Welcome back to another episode of Jacksonville Buzz's Buzzworthy Business. I'm Steve Strum. This morning we have Francisco Sefair from Sunbelt Business Brokers. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
You know, I got to tell you, it's been nice knowing you for like the last, I don't know, decade and a half.
Yes,
and we have had an opportunity to collaborate on a wide array of things, both personally and professionally.
Yes.
Today we're here to talk about a business that you've had the entire time, which is business brokering.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about what is a Sunbelt.
Sunbelt Business Broker is one of the biggest nationwide and internationally companies that help people to buy and sell businesses. That's what we do.
You buy and sell businesses.
Yes,
okay,
we help
so
people buy and sell businesses.
there's always, two of the best days of a business owner's life, right?
Yes.
The day they start the business,
Yes.
and the day they sell their business.
That is correct.
And in between that, they're trying not to go out of business.
That is correct.
So what is it that you do and to help a prospective customer
Yes.
be ready? Like a customer, I'm a plumber, don't want to, just kind of use that as a great example. I own a plumbing company. I've got 5 trucks that I'm rolling. I don't want to be doing this forever. They call you and say, hey, Francisco, I got to sell this thing. What do you do? Like, how does that work?
Okay, we will, of course, schedule a meeting to go over details. But basically, when you own a business, any business, you have to prepare that business to be sold, right? Mm-hmm. And in order to do that, you have to minimize liabilities. You have to increase sales. You have to remove any expenses that don't belong to the business. So you will show a better picture of the business. I would say also, if you can expand that business in the long term, depending on in the term that you're thinking about, if you're thinking about selling in a year, 2 or 3 years. So if you think about some expansion, that will help too. And you always have to create a system. If you don't have a system, meaning people in place, equipment, software, to make that work, it will be more difficult to sell because people buy systems, because people want a lifestyle. And that lifestyle depends on that system to make money.
And oftentimes when people
Yes.
buy a business or sell a business or create a business, they're always the guy, right?
Yes.
Or the girl, right?
Yes.
There's always that one person that without that person,
Yes.
The business doesn't exist.
Yes.
Which oftentimes is the owner.
Yes.
So then they get themselves in a situation where they can't sell because now if they leave, then nobody's going to buy their products and services. So what do you do to help them understand? So we go to probably 90% of business owners today.
Yes.
They don't have a system.
Yes.
How do you help them get prepared to sell? Whether it's systems, books, like if somebody comes in and goes, gosh, I've got this business, I want to sell it, I don't know what to do.
Okay, so the process will be, first we will see the numbers, then we will see what they do, how they do it, why they do it. Then we will start to give them recommendations. Like one of that you just mentioned is very important. If the owner is the guy of that business, it is very important that he start to train somebody that will be a manager or will be kind of a supervisor. So when another person comes and see that business for sale, that person can rely on that other person. Even if they know what they're buying or they have experience, it's always good to have because that's going to give you an added value. So having people in place that have the knowledge of the business is going to make things easier because when a owner sells, they usually leave. They stay maybe a week or
Right.
or 2 months,
they had the liquidity
right?
event. I'm out of here.
Yes.
So when's the best time to approach you? It's not like I want to sell a business. Let me pick up the phone. That sounds like it's something that's like a progression. It's a thing that you have to prepare for.
Yes, I think I would say that anytime that you are thinking that you would like to sell, it's a good time. Even if you're thinking about selling in the next 2 or 3 years, it's good to because in that regards we can give you some advice. We can recommend some, financial advisors, CPAs that will help you to achieve that goal too, right? Because you need a team of professionals leading you to that ultimate goal is to have a big profit from that sale, right? Mm-hmm. And if you prepare yourself and your company and your family for that, that's the way it will happen. There are many cases, I have seen many cases actually, that people that are older, and they want to sell, so they wait when it's too late. They get some people when they got they get older, you start to get sick many times.
Right, or they become less productive.
Less
So it
productive.
kind of does this number, and then
Yes.
it goes like that, and you want to catch them here.
Yes.
And they think that they're here, but they really might be down here.
Yes, so you really
Gotcha.
want to think about that. And if you have kids, right, and your kids don't want to take over your business, you have to have that serious conversation with them. Say, okay, if you're not going to take over my business, I'm going to sell it. Because it's better for you to sell that, enjoy that money,
For them too.
and for them too to inherit some money, instead of having a business that goes all the way up and then one day goes all the way down. So that's a recommendation. Think about your age, what you want to do in life, if your kids are going to take over or not of the business, and make that decision.
Well, you think about that generational thing,
Yes.
right? So it's important as we kind of wrap up here. So you've got, first generation bleeds on the business.
Yes.
They understand it. The second generation, should they want to buy it,
Yes.
they learn from the first generation.
Yes.
The third guy or girl spends all the money they had, and then the fourth one's drunk at the bar talking about the money they used to have.
Yes.
So in order to avoid all of that, they're going to head. What we'll do is we'll make sure to put your stuff and your contact links on our website.
Yes.
Always a pleasure, my friend, to
It's
come
always a
see
pleasure.
you.
Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias para ti. Muchas bueno. Guys, if you have any questions about how to sell a business, make sure to contact our friend Francisco. We'll hang on his links on our website, and I hope you have a fabulous weekend. And remember, live with gratitude.